If you are watching this video, I almost guarantee you have been to Board Game Geek, and you know there is a list of the top board games, going from 1 all the way down to a couple 100,000 or whatever the lowest number of board games there could be. The top board games are there probably for a good reason, but anybody can put a rating on there, and a lot of people do. So I have decided to look at some of the top games and show you people who have given them a 1 star and why they gave it to them. So for this first video, I decided to show you a game that is fairly high up and a fairly older game. I'm going to be talking about Agricola, or as I have been affectionately known to refer to it as, Arugula. Long story, not going to get into that. My friend Joe went on there and started looking at all the 1-star reviews for Agricola, and you people are crazy. Honest thing, I'm going to show it up first. This right here is my star review for Agricola. It is a 5. I'm not a big fan of it. Somehow, I love worker placement games. It does not work with my brain. I don't get it either, but if my friend wants to play it, yeah, sure, I'll play it, but I don't really want to. I'm never going to suggest it, but you know, it's a 5. I don't want to play it, but I'll play it. The 1 stars are supposed to be, this is not even really a game. This is just trash. So how can somebody write a 1-star review for a game that is such highly ranked? So let's take a look at some of these on BGA. First, the most overrated game of all time. Typical worker placement Euro trash game with an extremely boring, soulless theme. Farming? Soulless? The mechanic is boring. 0 player interaction. We play board games to have fun, right? Who the hell wants to be a farmer anyways? Farmers? The game dragged on for ages without any new or exciting things to do. Gosh, it was so painful that nobody had fun in my group. Played it first time. It was so bad, I almost cried for wasting my money on this game. Our group gave it a second try a few weeks later, but it was no better. In fact, it was actually worse than the first experience. I want those 8 hours of my life back. 1 star. This one was a guy, he decided to also throw in other people's in his review, so we're going to read his and everything else. 1-sentence summary. Agricola is the least favorite game I've ever had this misfortune to play in more than 50 years of gaming, and I have played some seriously awful games. Here is the list of all the awful games he's listed. Only 1 star. Technically, I should rate it a 1.1 since, in my opinion, the game somewhat matches BGA's rating system definition for a 2. Extremely boring game. Won't ever play again. Defies the description of the game. You won't catch me dead playing this. I'd rather undergo a root canal without freezing. I'd rather spend 3 hours in a quiet, dark corner poking myself in the eye with a dull pencil or a rusty spoon while listening to Donnie and Marie music. Oh, come on, leave the Osmonds out of this. I would not play this game again, even if you offered me $1,000. Really. I'd rather play Candyland. I would play this for $1,000. I could use the money. Boring as hell. Never again. I can't even stand the sight of this game, honestly. I have turned down money to play this game. I hate Agricola that much. I absolutely refuse to ever play this game again. Does it deserve its high rating? I guess. And I do acknowledge that it is a very good game for many people, but I have no real idea why, since it's a completely opposite of fun in my opinion. Okay, next we have highly overrated. Would have probably rated a 5 or 6, but opted for 1 to balance out the overrating by others. How do you know that people are overrating this? Because you don't like this game. Maybe it's just you. I don't get the whole, I want this game higher or lower. Just rate it what it is and let it work itself out. Stop it, people. Stop it. Worst game of our time. Farming in a vacuum. Dying for a good Kansas cyclone to sweep it all away. In other words, my memory of playing this game makes me want to barf. I have never had a first clue as to what I'm doing, what my goals are, and how to achieve them. It should come as no surprise that not only was I curb stomped in both games, but I have little desire to play it again. curb stomped. All right, this one, I don't, someone explain these to me. There's multiple on every list I looked at. 30 to 150 minutes, 1 to 5 players, part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5. Weight, 3.64 out of 5, 1 star. Truly dull game, rating alongside Catan for most pointless games I've ever played, 1 star. This isn't a game. I've never seen it, nor do I believe it exists. It's actually a huge prank whose sole purpose to expose just how pathetic some people on this site are. Is this person an Agricola denier? They don't believe this game exists? Okay, 1 star. All right, here's another one. Here on the internet, specialized abbreviations are often used as a form of shorthand. The most prevalent occurrence would most likely be LOL, short for laughing out loud, used as a way of expressing laughter in a medium that is not conducive to auditory feedback. It is common use. Another example is IMO, or in my opinion. Some believe a falling level of literacy is implied by the habitual use of such quasi-words, but they're really quite handy. Either WTF or POS could be used as a quick way of referencing this game since they encapsulated the experience in a brief, pathetic manner. Perhaps I should have just started and ended this comment with WTF or POS. I really think I hate this game. If I have a bunch of wood and a lazy farmhand, why on earth can't he build me a bloomin' fence? Why on earth can't he build me a bloomin' fence? I need so I can buy some cows later. 1 star review. Those are some of the more interesting ones I have read on Board Game Geek, and if you have any games you want me to look at to show the 1 star reviews for your favorite game, bring them on. I want to keep doing this. This is unusual. I'm probably going to be doing Ark Nova, which was also insane. I may try and do Gloomhaven and Birmingham Brass just because of those two battling each other at the top of the rankings and the nerds that just hate the other game that they like. Seriously, folks, this is supposed to be a fun hobby. Chill. So those are 1 star reviews. Please don't give me a 1 star review. Maybe give me a 5. Maybe like and subscribe and do the YouTube stuff.